Yeah, what's up, man? Hope y'all having a blessed one. Back with another one right here. We got live ASAP Rocky shooting trial CA versus Rakim Mayors Day 6. If you want to check out day 1 through 5, man, you can go over to my YouTube. It's the same as my Kick and Twitch. It should be up at the top at AO Chicho. If you don't feel like writing all that out, man, you can just search up CheeReacts. It's the couple latest videos I just dropped. But let's get into this one right here, though.
So he can start even though you're blindsided?
Yes, yes.
All right, according to Mr. Rakim, it's okay. We're back on the record. All parties counsel and jurors are present, except Mr. Mayors is not present for the moment, and that's agreeable with you?
Yes, it is.
All right, Mr. Efron is on the stand. Mr. Wellman, you can resume your requirements.
Thank you. Mr. Efron, did you call me yesterday to correct something about your testimony last week?
Yes.
And what was it specifically that you wanted to correct?
Audio is terrible.
So,
I thought it was my shit.
It
ain't even me.
Mr. Rakim asked me about a shooting range that I went to in Los Angeles. I forget the dates, but that was 2 weeks prior to me texting Rocky, and I was there on a business trip, finalizing my jewelry company that I had, and I was speaking
Let me stop
to a
you.
business partner.
The exhibit that you're talking about, was that a video that was played of you at a shooting range?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and are you saying that, well, since,
The record here reflects Mr. Mayors.
what was it that you did over the weekend that helped you refresh your memory on where that video was captured?
Well, I went through my Instagram story because I didn't understand the question he asked. It was too fast. It was 3 years ago. I didn't know I needed homework.
So you went back through Instagram to look at the videos surrounding that to figure out where that video was shot?
Correct.
And it was from that you figured out that you were in Los Angeles at that time?
Yes, I was.
Do you remember the date that video was captured?
I think it was.
Well, I think the testimony on cross was that it was captured on October 19th of 2021. Does that sound right?
That's correct.
And when you went back and looked at the video, was that what you observed as well?
Yeah, I had a story mode with a bunch of pictures, and I had multiple guns, not the 2 guns he showed. I had a lot of guns on the table that I was using.
So my question though was that the video was shot on October 19th, correct?
Yes, it was.
You said you were here on business, correct?
Yes.
What do you remember what day you flew in?
The 16th.
So October 16th, 2021?
Yes.
And after the video was shot, did you leave Los Angeles prior to this incident that we've been talking about in November?
Say that again, please?
Yes. So you fly in on October 16th.
Yeah.
The video is shot October 19th. When did you next leave Los Angeles?
The 20th.
Of October?
Yes.
Okay. And when you flew out of Los Angeles, was that also, where did you fly to, do you know?
I flew to New York, and then a few days later I went to.
Flight?
It was.
Okay. You were asked questions on cross-examination about what was contained in certain police reports. Do you know what's contained in the police reports?
No.
Have you read the police reports?
No.
Did you have any control over what the police wrote in the report? And if I may just clarify before you answer that, for instance, did the police officers read back to you, here's what I'm going to put in the report before they wrote their reports?
No.
They put in a report what they asked you, asshole.
Do you know what is captured in all of the surveillance video that was collected in this case?
No.
Have you had an opportunity to watch all of the video, or have you only been shown snippets or short clips from the videos?
I was shown short clips and very few. I didn't see much.
Okay. Your Honor, I have my next exhibit, a DVD with a transcript.
It's a transcript?
It's a DVD with a transcript.
All right, the DVD will be 24. Transcript will be 25. And Alex?
Yes, sir.
Make sure everybody gets one.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how much they get paid.
You all have it?
You don't yet, Your Honor?
They don't? Or?
Oh, they do. I said you do not.
Right, I don't.
I will give you. Let me see if I can. 1 second. Copies. The video is the only file contained on this marked equals 24. And I have it up there. It is, I believe that says 12 minutes and 56 seconds, Your Honor. I'm just going to play the video all the way.
Do you want to, you should ask him if he knows what it is.
I was going to do that afterwards, but I have it paused here at the very beginning, Mr. Efron. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yeah, I'm looking at a video.
Are you depicted in that video?
Yeah.
Which one are you? If you could point it out for us. Okay. I think he indicated the only person in the video wearing a hat specifically has, it looks like a red beret.
Yes.
And if the date stamp at the bottom here says December 17, 2021, I know dates are hard for you to recall, but does sound about right on when you first watched the surveillance video in this case?
I guess so, yes.
All right, would you trust the date stamp over your own memory?
Yeah.
And the two people that we see at the bottom of the screen, do you know what either of their role is in this case?
I think they're just detectives, Menifee and Flores.
Oh, you remember their names too? Okay.
Yeah.
So would Flores be the one more towards the center of the screen, and Menifee be the one in the far bottom right-hand corner?
This is the corners of the street. It's in the corners where it seems to take place. It's going to be pretty real because this is a 4-lens camera. This is a building we have in that location. That's see, this is the stop sign intersection. Oh, so the street up. Okay, right is where you guys were walking from. Okay. So right now it's 22. Oh, yeah, you guys get everything. 22, 12.
I forgot I lived in Innocent. That's what gave me over here golfing most of the first floor.
It's one of me, it was on the side of me telling me, like, as they listening to what I'm saying, like, we're talk like I'm literally letting them have it. Right, you're going to shoot. When he shoots, the shit ricocheted and hit me. And then once it ricocheted, that's when he shot down 3 times too. He shot down. So the second time, but then he was not trying to shoot down the second time, because when I had the nose like this, he just running close and trying to shoot around the nose. Alright,
Said the bullet hit his moose knuckle heel.
It's a great picture, but let's see what we can kind of best see. You'll see me come back and grab the bullets too. You see my brother, right? That was my brother, isn't it? Okay. It's still a really big gap. You can see pictures, you can see the activity, that's why, you know, for sure, I didn't want to go, like, he told me I did not want to go to the cops right away. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Okay, we'll talk about the briefing because it happened right here. Oh, there you go. So you see the audio, oh shit. When you back in the bullet, James, I told you Jamel ran. He ran and looked around the corner. It was the one that I was holding. See how he turned around and started coming to the machine? Go back up, right there. And we can get the time up here. Looks like the figures come in at 2216.51.
So the first person this is on the Rakim.
Yeah, that's right. You probably think that one right there. Alright. Well, we're just going to corner. Someone behind him looks like he's wearing red. And then there's two individuals.
So the person on the right is.
That's 12 lines.
That's 12.
He's still trying to shoot, but it's not. Oh, I'm really good. Rocky runs.
That's Rakim.
Yeah, that's Rocky running. And that's 12. And that's me and Bill was arguing. You're arguing, you're playing to one side of the screen, closer to the intersection where you guys came through. Is that who's looking up?
Yeah, you take out that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see when I went. Because me and him had words. After that, he had a mad snot in front of his eyes. He said, "Woman was about to be killed." And I said, "I don't know this fucking guy. What the fuck are you talking about?" And, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure you'd be emotional too after that, either. Alright. So, you good with that clip?
Yeah, play one more time. So Rakim.
I still can't make out the activity because it's so crazy, but it's. Right. But the reason you're rapping and you're struggling with this is unbelievable because he's shooting at me. He shot me the first time.
So when you say at the stop sign, was that at the
That's
first
when
shot?
when I turn. When I turn the no turns, Rocky turns around.
Okay, at the stop sign.
Damn, so much right there. Come around. 22-17. Yeah, she's like, you see three people roughly scrambling around.
So she's at the stop sign, right? First time.
Oh, just yes, that's it. I mean, so I'm literally grabbing those every which way. You see the back of my hoodie. Like that's why it was so bad because I'm literally tossing every which way right trying to run from you. You see the back of my hoodie. I'm everywhere. I'm like in the back of the street, around the street. Okay. Cool. Next clip. And that's gonna be up for Mr. Lamar.
I'm gonna pause it there. Mr. Efron. That's at 6 minutes and 3 seconds on the video player. Up to that point, the video that you were shown, is that the video from a distance that shows the corner of Selma and Vista Del Mar that's blurry?
Yes.
Okay. And we keep playing.
It's channel 5 of Vista Del Mar. So it's going to be same location, different angle of the camera. It's going to be positioned a little bit on the other side of the building. So this just kind of faces as the street kind of curves around. It still faces the street. So when we see the people run away, we identify Rocky and then Twelby and then eventually goes walking. We'll see if we can kind of again identify these people as they go by. Obviously, the time just right there. It's only 22-17. Some people, it doesn't mean that they were involved, but they knew. That's why some people were witnesses, and I mean, that just makes it unfortunate. There's one last video in the exit. Did you see how he pulled up? Did you see how he pulled up in his county truck? Or how did he go? Yes, it is. Okay, this is where the street that the Rock Knob comes out to. This will be on Central. This is a long dock. Stretch also around 10 o'clock, so I'm going to push forward. Okay, actually, we're going back to this one. Well, this is the direction of the rain. This is the only way that the street can be down to. So Yeah, it's that was Hollywood Boulevard? Sure, you can tell us, but it's the same individual. So, no doubt who this person is, obviously you encountered, you've seen these vehicles, we're talking about the same person.
And then still being pulled to after that.
Right, it looks like he comes through maybe a couple minutes later, but he's walking with the cameras. So, sorry, it's kind of good, please. Yeah.
All right. That's the end of the video. Mr. Efron, does that video accurately reflect the very first time you watched this video on this case?
Yes.
Asked you a lot of questions about specific times that certain events happened. Do you remember specific times that you sent text messages 3 years ago?
I don't even know, that's probably like a week ago,
Do you remember specific dates that you took photographs?
not 3 years ago,
Do you remember specific dates and times that you posted pictures to Instagram?
not 3 years ago.
Are there many details that you have a clear memory of in this case, but you can't say exactly what time things occurred, or even necessarily exactly what order things happened? Is that a correct statement?
I mean, if I was prepared and understood, yeah, I'd be able to answer instead of not knowing.
Well, as this incident was happening, was this a traumatic incident to you?
It was.
Were there things about this incident that you were focusing on and things that you were not focusing on?
Can you say that again, please?
Yeah. Were you, when the defendant pulled the gun out on you, were you focused on the gun?
Yeah.
In that moment, were you focused on what Twelsey was doing?
I mean, I got a little glimpse. I was mostly focused on Rocky.
Okay. Mr. Takakina asked you about this photograph, April 17th. And I believe in his questioning of you,
Just reading the comment.
he asked you either when the photograph was taken or when the injuries that you received in that photograph were from. I just want to clarify, do you remember the exact date that that picture was taken?
I do not, he didn't show me no time nor date.
Do you know if it was within a day or a couple days of the shooting in this case?
I know it was after the shooting because my hand, I just wasn't able to see at the time.
The injuries in that photograph, were those the injuries you sustained at the time of the shooting?
Yes, it was.
Okay. When he asked you questions about those injuries, either he asked you or you mentioned something from the ground. What were you talking about related to the ground when it came to those injuries?
Like a ricochet or something.
Like something bounced off the ground and hit your hand?
Yeah, I wasn't able to tell, but I know instantly my hand was hot. Like after the first shot.
At the moment you're saying that you felt your hand was hot, where was your hand in relation to the ground?
On my side.
So it wasn't on the ground.
No, it was on the ground.
Was it in the air?
Yeah, my hand was by my side.
Did you physically punch or strike Ills that night?
No.
Other than grabbing Ills by the sweatshirt, did you do anything else physical to Ills?
No, he was protecting me. Why would I, regardless of what I said to him, we could put down the film, he was literally protecting me.
Which is your dominant hand, your right or your left hand?
All right?
And which hand was injured?
I left.
Okay. If you need me to pull up the surveillance video again, I will. But Mr. Efron, at the moment the gun was fired, to your recollection of being there that night, was there anyone between the four of you who was acting like that gun was a fake gun?
Absolutely not.
Can you explain to the jury what you were doing with Ills in that moment that the gun was first pulled at the intersection of Vista Del Mar and Selma?
When it first got pulled,
Yes.
I was just shocked that he pulled the gun, and it was so close to me after the first shot, I just instantly ran and grabbed it.
Did you?
I didn't know what he, no, it wasn't behind me, he was off to the side of me, so it was easier to grab.
And what did you do?
I used him as a shield, a human shield.
How so?
A human shield.
Rakim, every which way.
Between the two of you.
Yeah.
That don't, like, how does
See,
that right?
Mr. Tacopina has alleged that not only was that a prop gun that the defendant had that night, but that you knew that was a prop gun. That's what.
Stand.
Have you heard that there's an allegation that the gun used that night was a prop gun?
Can you say that again,
With
please?
rounds ready, direction, please.
I'll
I
go
did
on.
with one question. Have you heard?
Excuse me.
So I'll ask the question again. Have you heard that there's an allegation that the defendant used a prop gun that night?
No, I never heard of a prop gun ever before in my life.
Never before.
Never before, ever.
Well, you were asked questions on direct examination about a prop gun, correct?
Tacopino, Mr. Tacopino?
No, when I asked you questions.
Okay.
So are you in this case that the gun that the defendant had was a prop gun?
Objection. I couldn't sustain that question.
Oh, wait, can you,
Hold on, hold on.
I didn't understand the question.
Objection was overruled, it's still.
No, the first one. Allegation.
Oh, yeah, just stay this form of the question. Just ask the question without editorial.
Sure. Are you aware that it is claimed the defendant had a prop gun that night?
No, I'm not aware. I didn't know he had a prop gun.
Did you believe that night that he had a prop gun?
Of course not.
At any point that night, did you accuse the defendant of shooting at you with a real gun?
Yes, I told him that in my text.
What text are you referring to that you sent him?
And when I sent him, probably within 30 or an hour after, when I went back and found the bullets, I texted him trying to kill me. Try to take me away from my daughter.
Okay. Are you referring to, and I can zoom in on People's 21, page 3, you tried killing me?
Yeah, he tried killing me.
All right. And then on page 7, was this the text you were referring to about taking you away from your daughter?
Yeah, they were setting me up, trying to take me from my daughter.
Okay. At any point did he respond to your text messages to tell you that it was a fake gun?
No, never. He only responded after I hit his manager, John.
Okay, the end. Everything you have to know is certain. Just if you're asking yes or no question, just please say after yes or no.
At any point in time after this incident, did you send a text message to 12B indicating that the defendant shot at you with a real gun?
Yes.
All right, I'll mark my next exhibit.
26. How many pages?
It is 5 pages. document with text messages between Mr. Efron and Hills.
Oops, 26.
26 was the text messages to 12. Okay. So, Mr. Efron, I'm going to show you the top of people's 26. Do you recognize this to be your text thread between you and 12E?
Yes.
I know the numbers are blocked out, but you have them saved in your name as well, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And that would be the same 12E that we've been talking about who was present that night.
Yes.
Okay? I want to go to page 2. In the middle of the page, there's a text message that you sent from Terrell to 12E that said, "You good," and the time is at 9:44 p.m. on November 6th, correct?
Correct.
That would have been the last text message you sent him immediately before this incident. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. The very next text message, bottom of page 3, is a text message from you to 12E that says, "Y'all set me up, no words," with an emoji. And that's November 8th, 2021 at 6:57 a.m., correct?
Correct.
So that would be your next message to 12E after the shooting, correct?
Yes.
And if you need, I will approach and you can look through it, but did 12E ever respond to that text message to you?
Never.
You know that
I know that because
without even looking.
yeah, the only person who responded to me was Hills.
Okay. But 12E never responded back to you to tell you that it was a fake gun, did he?
Never.
Last equals 27. Okay. This one's going to be a little more tricky, Mr. Efron. Equals 27. If you can, look at the front page. I have the numbers blacked out, and you didn't have this number saved in your phone. Would you agree? There's no nickname underneath it?
Yes.
Can you tell, though, from the content that this is your text thread with Ills or Elijah? If you need to go through, let me know.
I can't see what it said though.
So, you receive a message,
Oh yeah.
you respond, you responded,
Oh,
and then
yes,
you receive the message.
Yes, Hills.
Okay.
Yes, Hills for Elijah.
You agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So let's go to page 3. The middle text message on that page, November 6th at 10:07. You texted Elijah out front, correct?
Correct.
And that is, would you agree that's the last message you sent to Elijah or Ills that was prior to this shooting, correct?
Yeah, prior to leaving.
And then the last text at the bottom, that would be a text you sent to Ills on November 8th, 2021 at 6:56 a.m., correct?
We not gonna pause a lot today because I work early. I gotta get off at 3. So I only can record what I can. So I'm really not gonna pause like that today. I'm trying to get much as I can out the way.
That's correct.
And it says, "Y'all set me up with a heart emoji," correct?
Yes.
Did Elijah ever respond to that text message?
Yeah, I think something Elijah was talking.
What did Elijah say in reply?
Objection. You're safe.
At any point did Elijah respond to say that it was a fake gun that night?
Objection.
Your Honor, may I offer an offer of proof on that? Yes, it's being offered for a non-hearsay purpose.
Okay, I see. All right. I understand. All right, you take the vote.
Did Elijah ever respond that night to say that it was a prop gun in any way?
No.
Did you ever hear about a prop gun or a starter pistol or a fake gun related to this case before January 21st, 2025, the day that jury selection started in this case?
That was the first time I ever heard about it.
If you had known or believed that the defendant had a prop gun, would you have to use Ills as a human shield?
None of that would happen. I don't even see it. No.
You described before that after you used Ills as a human shield, the defendant was trying to move around Ills. Is that your prior testimony?
That's correct.
Can you explain, if he was using a prop gun and you knew it was a prop gun, and the defendant knew that you knew it was a prop gun, why he would have to move his body around hills like that?
Objection. Forward question, I'll start with that one.
Speculation.
Speculation, question,
Sustain.
You were there that night, Mr. Efron, correct?
What name?
November 6, 2021, night, correct?
Yes.
Are you aware of any reason why the defendant would have needed to move around hills like that if he was using a prop gun?
objection, speculation,
Talk yes or no.
Can you say that again, please?
Yeah, are you aware of any reason why the defendant would need to move around hills like that if he was using a prop gun?
No.
To your memory, based on being there that night, did 12 behave in a way that indicated that he knew it was a prop gun?
objection. What, another?
That's not a legal objection, so that's speculation. Can counsel make his own objections?
He's fit to speak anytime he wants. All everyone.
I'll ask you this.
No, both of you. The objection sustained.
You saw how 12 behaved that night, correct?
Correct.
You also saw how 12 behaved from the surveillance video, correct?
Correct.
In your opinion, is that in any way consistent with a prop gun being used?
No.
How did he behave? How do you remember it?
He ran across the. He ran behind the wall.
Away from the defendant?
Yeah, he just was gone.
The witness took his hand, moved across his body to demonstrate movement away from him, Your Honor. Inaccurate.
Okay. That night, November 6, 2021, how many shots did you believe the defendant fired at you to the best of your knowledge?
I said 3 or 4. I believe it was 3 or 4.
Have you consistently stated from your memory that the defendant fired 3 or 4 shots at you?
Yeah, that was in all of my statements.
When you were interviewed by the police officer at the Hollywood station on November 8, 2021, how many shots did you tell him that the defendant fired at you?
3 or 4.
When you were interviewed by a detective from the Hollywood station over the phone on November 9, 2021, how many shots did you tell him that the defendant fired at you?
I always kept it 3 or 4 because that's what I thought. The sound and I just thought it was 3 or 4.
When you were interviewed by the 3 detectives, Menifee, Flores, and Camacho over the phone on November 9th, how many shots did you tell them that you believe the defendant fired at you?
I always stuck with 3 or 4. That's what I thought it was.
And when you testified at the preliminary hearing on November 8, 2023, you were asked how many times did the defendant fire the gun, what was your answer?
3 or 4.
When you went to the scene that night, how many expended cartridge casings did you find?
About 2.
When you went to the police station, even though you only had 2 fired cartridge casings, did you still tell them that you thought it was 3 or 4 gunshots?
I did because that's what I thought.
Are you aware that you've been accused by the defense of having planted those 2 cartridge casings at the scene?
I am.
Was there anything preventing you, if you planted those casings, from bringing the same amount of casings, 3 or 4, that you reported to the police?
Can you say that again, please?
Yeah. Was there anything preventing you? If you actually did plant those cartridge casings, was there anything preventing you from planting 3 or 4 at the scene that night, like you later told the police had been shot at you?
Yeah, if I planned that would have brought exactly what I said.
But you didn't plant them, correct?
No, I never planned nothing.
You brought in the 2 casings because that's what you found.
That's exactly what I found.
Just deleting.
Leading. Just wait.
Was it much later in this case, after you heard audio from the video, that you came to the conclusion that it was actually 2 shots that were fired?
Read back.
Was it much later in this case after you heard?
Start again.
Was it much later in this case after you heard audio from the video that you came to the conclusion that it was actually 2 shots that were fired at you?
Overruled.
Yes, after I heard the audio, I realized it was 2 shots.
Had you heard the audio recording before you gave any of the statements to police or the prior DA, Fred Engel?
I only heard the audio and preliminary hearing, which was like almost 2 years later.
And that happened after all those statements to the police that we just went over?
Correct.
And the statement that you gave to the prior DA, Mr. Engel, correct?
Correct.
Hello?
Did you even know that that video existed before it was played at the preliminary hearing in November of 2023?
What video?
The one that has audio, the 2 gunshots.
No, I didn't know that was. I didn't know a lot of evidence.
I don't have anything else, Your Honor.
Step in.
Good morning, Mr. Speaking of saying, you always said 3 or 4 shots. You talked about Wally's cheating the other day. Remember Wally?
I don't remember. I mean,
You remember Wally is? Again? Sorry.
let's go, Mr. Tucker. Let's go.
Well, we're going to go when you answer my question. You know who Wally is?
I do.
Okay. In fact, you told Wally he shot you 5 times, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't say it?
No, I didn't.
And by the way, speaking of Wally, Last Thursday was my first day of cross-examination of you, and I asked you about would you deny? At the lunch break, Mr. Efron, you called
About to go on
correct?
lunch break too.
I called him after everything because, I mean, you guys got y'all whipping up lies over here. None of it, you have no evidence to
Hold on,
back
Mr.
it
Efron,
up.
you're not answering his question. He's talking about the lunch break. Ask it again.
And I'm not, and I'm
Mr.
not.
Efron, wait, ask the question again.
Okay. While his name was brought up on cross-examination by me, the statements you made on the recordings that you say were fake, you called Wally.
That's a compound question,
It is.
three questions.
All right, you were inquiring about whether he made a phone call at the lunch, on the lunch break,
He was lying.
following your, beginning your
Yes,
cross-examination?
sir.
Do you understand the question? All right, did you call Wally during the lunch break?
No.
Did you call him after court?
Yes, I did.
No. And why did you call Wally?
Because, I mean, you guys is just lying, lies after lies, and you can't back it up. These guys,
We can't back it up.
I mean, you can't. You can't.
Did you hear the tape recording? Did you say fake?
All right, stop. Ask another question.
I guess we'll see about that, right?
Your Honor,
Sustained.
can the court instructed previously, and this is editorializing, Mr. President is not doing that against arrest?
Right.
He's right.
But I
It's
know
like when you say you answered and make up another spoof call.
You're done.
Motion to strike is non-responsive.
He's moved to strike his own testimony, okay?
Yeah, the entire answer is not
Your
responsive.
Honor, counsel is editorializing indicating what I'm moving to strike. I'm following the evidence code of the state of California. I suggest that counsel follow it as well, and not editorialize as to why I'm asking things to be stricken. It's improper.
You just stop squabbling. Just stop it.
I'm not swallowing.
Nobody, this is a no squabble zone. Stop it. All right.
Okay. You asked about text to Rocky and to his manager John after the incident. It was 21. Remember being asked that by Mr. Priscilla a few minutes ago? Text after the incident saying, you tried to kill me.
Say that again, I don't get what you're saying.
You asked about text messages by Mr. Priscilla just a few minutes ago. After the incident, where you text Rocky and his manager John saying, you tried to kill me. You remember being asked those questions by Mr. Priscilla?
I'm sorry, I don't get what you're saying. It's not clear. It's double negative. I don't get what
Negative?
it's not really clear. You're not making no sense. I'm not ready to answer something I don't understand anymore.
Do you remember? I'm going to break the slow. Do you remember?
We got go there.
Do you remember being asked by Mr. Prislovic a few minutes ago today about text messages you sent?
Okay.
With me so far? Are you with me so far?
Yo, you're annoying, bro. Just come on.
Are you with
We
me?
didn't even get to the case. What are we doing here?
Are you keeping up? Stop. Are you keeping up with the question?
I can't keep up with him. I can't take him serious.
No. You got to answer the questions. He asks the questions. He's beginning to ask you a question. He just wants to know if you're keeping up with him. Just ask the whole question.
Sure. You recall being asked by Mr. Prislovic a few minutes ago about text messages you sent to Rocky and his manager after the incident saying, you tried to kill me.
Yes.
Oh. And you were also saying you tried to kill me. You were sending messages saying, I'm going to get that man's money, right?
Bro, what are we talking about? We talking about assault or law? You keep trying to bring
He's
in laws.
asking you a yes or no question. Listen to the question and
I don't
it's
understand
yes, no,
these
I don't know, or I
questions.
don't recall. Go ahead.
At the same time you were saying that, you were also sending text messages saying, I'm going to get that man's money.
I don't recall.
You don't recall? You don't recall seeing those messages up here?
Seeing what messages? You're not.
You have that message?
Your Honor, I previously advised the court that I had a...
Do you need to go?
Yeah, the court just advised the jury that my...
Yeah, Mr. Lewin has to leave. He's got an unavoidable commitment. He tried to postpone it. He couldn't, so he's going to leave now. He'll be back at 1:30, right?
Yes, I will, Your Honor. Yes, I'll be back. Thank you.
You promise now? You come back? These letters. Okay, put up. Okay.
Why is y'all guys' text messages different from what I'm seeing all the time? I just don't get this. It's two different, like,
Is this already exhibit?
Yes.
Which exhibit is it?
What?
I can't see nothing. I don't know what I'm looking at.
It's not on the screen in front of you? Is it on the screen?
Yeah, I see this, but I don't know what
You see the words?
Yeah.
That's what Mr. Technical is requiring.
So on
Words.
the next morning, November 7th, 6:40 a.m., you sent a message saying
He's slow.
to John,
No, that's not
I don't
John.
know.
That's not John.
Who's that?
That's my business partner.
Well,
So
that's
you're lying.
Justin.
You're lying.
That's Justin.
You know that's Justin. You're not even putting names next to it.
So what you said to him that same
But you
time,
just lied.
Stop it. Stop it.
Like, what am I?
Okay,
What am I
who is this
talking
text
to this
going
man
to?
for?
Who is this text being sent
Yo, I
to?
do not want to stay here. You put me on. I'm not on trial. I've been here for 5 days dealing with this man. He just said it was the manager. This is not the manager.
Chill.
I'm ready to fucking go.
Was this text to John or is this to your manager?
This is
To
to
your
my,
partner?
it's my business.
Okay, business partner.
So you sent to your business partner at 6:40 a.m. that same morning that you're sending Rocky a message saying you tried to kill me, a message saying, I want to get this ends money.
Yes, that's my business partner. He shot me. I have no career.
You were asked by Mr. Preslomit, you saw that videotape of you seeing the detective Flores and Manfrey. Remember that?
Yes.
And you were asked on page 3 of the transcript, Ron, I'm not going to replay it, you can just go to page 3 of that transcript. Please.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
Go on, page three.
No, I'm trying to trip me up.
Just take it. Take it.
Got me looking stupid for 5 days.
Stop.
I'm on trial.
Stop. Don't say it.
Fuck is this?
On page 3, lines 14, 15, and 16, you look at that in 2 seconds.
On this?
Yes, on the transcript.
Whole time you making this yoke look stupid. You got this, A-Side got this.
What am I looking at?
Lines 14, 15, and 16.
I say, if I'm a jury, my shit sold up already. I already know what I'm going with.
So, sir, while you were watching the video with Detective Flores and Detective Manfrey, you said to them, and you see my girl, right? That was my girl that was there. So it's your testimony that as you watched that video, you saw your girl, your partner with you.
Objection, this is
Sister.
What did you mean by that? When you
I
said,
don't recall. It was a long time ago. Next.
I know. Next.
I don't recall.
Well, I mean, you asked a bunch of questions about the
I
strength.
just said I don't recall. It has nothing to do with nothing.
Let me see if everybody's sorry.
Let's keep it going.
You were asked about this clarification that you made over the weekend regarding you recalling that shooting was in Los Angeles. You testified on redirect to Mr. Preslomit that you didn't understand my question. Last Friday, I asked you, a few weeks before you claimed you found 2 9mm shell casings at the scene on November 6, 2021. I asked you if you fired 9mm weapons or not. Watch this clip.
It was 3 years and 3 months ago. You expect me to...
Just a minute. This is,
This problem.
I assume this is foundation.
Yes.
A few weeks before, November 6, 2021, and a few weeks before, you testified that you found shell casings at the scene, 9mm shell casing. You fired 9mm weapons at shooting range, correct? Definitely not. Definitely not. You heard me, definitely not.
Okay.
And you only said 9mm. There was multiple guns. You only showed 2 guns. Oh, sorry.
Then I showed you a video of you at a shooting range on October 19, 2021 after that answer. And I asked you about your testimony that you didn't fire any guns before November 6, 2021. And then he told this jury, I said unless I was at a shooting range. After saying definitely not. Play that, please.
They're all opposed. Mr. Efron, you just told this jury. I don't know what I'm doing in precinct D. 365 days I'll be here. One precinct. I'm talking about. Hold on. What you just told this jury was that before November 6, 2021, you didn't fire any guns. Because you didn't have any license. No, that was just that. Last time I talked about shooting range.
Then, as a matter of fact, we were talking about that shooting range, trying to find out where it was.
And I said Jersey.
I know you said
I said Jersey, but like what I said,
There's no question being asked of you right now. Just stop. Wait till you get the question.
You heard Mr. Lewin and the prosecution ask for a stipulation that that was outside of California. Watch this clip.
The date, the rest of the date, where's the stipulation on the date? Yes, what's the date again? We have stipulation. October 19, 2020.
And where is this negotiating?
There's a date for this whole
Right, so it's just the only stipulation on that date. On that date, this is outside of California.
I don't know where I'm saying.
So Mr. Lewin asked for a stipulation that that was taken outside of California. I said, I don't know where it was taken. I asked you, Because you took the video. I said, where was it taken? And that's when you said you don't know Macon, New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
But you also said Macon, New Jersey, not Los Angeles.
Okay, I did my homework, and it was.
Okay, what's
It
your
was.
That was it, sir. Is this the picture where you see it? I mean, yeah, I don't know if my phone, I should say. I don't know this. You don't remember where it was? I should have that. It's timestamp. It is timestamp. Yeah, it's timestamp. It should show me.
What they're asking you is.
No, I don't understand. No, wait a minute. It's like probably New Jersey or something like that. Or like, I'm sorry, yes. It's not illegal.
Macon, New Jersey.
Not LA though.
Of course, I mean, like what I said.
There's no question.
You asked me this, and you
Just
expect.
wait. The question was not LA. Well, it's.
You said
Just a minute. Yes. As phrased, not LA is vague. Flesh out the question.
One thing he was certain about, although you didn't know where it was, you said maybe New Jersey. One thing he was certain about when he testified to the jury was it was not LA. That's what you just said.
I mean, I was just trying to get you.
Is that yes or no?
Yes, whatever.
Then yesterday, after 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
Friday.
no sir, yesterday,
Sunday?
yes sir,
Okay.
stick with me. Then yesterday, after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, well, before 2:50 in the afternoon, that 50-minute window, you called Mr. Sloman, telling him you wanted to clarify some information from your testimony last week. Correct?
Oh yeah, I had to go back and do my homework. You asked me questions.
Is the answer yes, that you did?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And specifically, you advised Mr. Sloman that you could recall where the video from the shooting range was finally recorded. Correct?
Yes, it says Los Angeles on my timestamp on my phone, but you wouldn't allow me to see it.
And you, I wouldn't allow you to
I
see
mean,
the
you
phone.
played, you knew it said Los Angeles. One.
All right. Don't debate with Mr. Cacatino. Wait for another question.
You told Mr. Zolman that you had gone back and reviewed your Instagram, and that you now recall that the video was recorded in Los Angeles on October 19, 2021. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Mr. Efron, there is nothing in your Instagram that shows you in Los Angeles on October 19, 2021. Is there?
Yes, it is.
Really? I'm going to give you a live phone. You show me on your Instagram. Show me on your Instagram where it shows that you're in Los Angeles on October 19, 2021.
What do you mean a live phone?
A phone with your Instagram. With your Instagram.
He said, what do you mean? He said, what do you mean a live phone? Nigga, your ass up here lying, bitch. They ready to give your ass a phone, nigga. Shut up.
No, we would have to go see. Now you think you slick. We would have to go to my phone, my actual phone, and go to my archive. You know?
Nah, but it ain't gonna be on his page because your story don't stay up for more than 24 hours, so that ain't gonna be there anyway. But it's just funny how the lawyer trying to use that shit. Lawyer, chill, man. ASAP should be up to date with the technology. He need to get his lawyer to relax on this one. Man, this is extra. I ain't gonna lie. This is some extra shit right here.
You're not going to show me something of my highlights, which is not there. You think you slick.
Stop,
And I'm going
stop,
to.
stop. This is,
You're not going to keep tripping me up.
It's kind of hard to react to these when you watching it live instead of like re-watching it where you trying to just get a video on the most important parts rather than just watching the whole thing live and you don't know what's coming and you don't know how to commentate on it, so you just speaking. That's why a lot of my videos be going on, because I be talking about dumb shit like right now.
I'm on
Mr. Efron, stop. Just stop talking.
We have a letter from the DA, and the letter says that Mr. Efron informed them that he went on his Instagram.
Yes, my Instagram.
All right.
Your Instagram, as in Welly Boss.
You're trying to show me somebody else's?
Oh, okay. He trying to say, he trying to say that. Let me just shut up. But he trying to say the lawyer trying to show him a fake Instagram. Now that second Squid Game joint is tough. My nigga swear he was gonna put the trapper in his mouth and shit. That shit is cold.
that I can't activate where I can go to my archive. You're not
All right,
slick.
stop it. He doesn't need to go on someone else's phone.
You have your phone with you.
And you know I don't got it. It's over there. We can get it though. I can show you. We can go get it right now.
So your
We can clear this
incident
up.
is what caused you to go back.
No, you did because you're sneaky.
Don't be insulting. Stop it.
I'm feeling.
He is not insulting you. Don't insult him. Don't insult any lawyer that's asking you questions. You're not doing yourself any good by doing that.
I mean, I'm getting screwed. I mean, this is.
Nah, bruh, nah, don't try to play victim now. He think he making himself look good by trying to make the lawyer look bad. No, bruh, you making yourself look so bad, bro. He acting like damn, bro. And now the lawyer just told him that, and now you know how that stink face kick in? He like, well, what did I do? Like. The nigga go from acting hard to what did I do? Like, but what did I do? Nigga get the hurt. You know what I'm talking about? Like, why ain't?
Not what I.
How much longer do you have?
3 minutes, sir.
What's the 2 minutes?
Well, thanks. Thanks for the question.
All right, it's 12 o'clock. I would like to get finished with
Yeah, we will.
Mr. Efron before we take the break.
So anyway, what was it that caused you to remember this? What did you see?
You get your question asking, not giving me time, tripping me up. So I went back and I analyzed my whole Instagram, analyzed everything you said, and I started realizing what you was doing. So then I went to my archive. You just tried to show me something off a story that you can't get in your archive. So you're already like lying to people or lying about the situation because you know I cannot see it through that way. I would
You cannot accuse anybody of lying. Do not do that.
Nobody
I told
told
you, nothing derogatory.
But nobody told me this.
I'm telling you, and I've been one in this courtroom. Go ahead.
Mr. Efron, in fact, what happened yesterday was at 2 o'clock and at 2:11, somebody called with the handling of Don't F with Justice, posted 2 photos on Twitter of you at the shooting range and the Los Angeles Gun Club at the shooting.
I don't know about none of this.
Hold on. What's the objection? What's the objection? Just saying.
I'm asking you the question whether you saw it. Well, let me show you this.
I'd also call for hearsay to be relevant.
No,
No, if it doesn't call for hearsay, the question calls for yes or no. Go ahead and show it. Don't. Have me look at it first before it's shown in.
Did you see, here's my question before I show it to you. Did you see a Twitter post yesterday at 2 o'clock and another at 2:11 showing a picture of you at the shooting range that was displayed in court and another side-by-side of the Los Angeles Gun Club shooting range, which is identical to the one of you in court?
Yes
Did
or
you
no?
see that?
Yes or no?
I don't get the question. You gotta say it again, please.
Sure.
You supposed to say no.
Take a look at that.
That was sent to me this morning through a friend. I never seen that.
Oh, so you did see that?
Yeah, that was sent through this morning. Somebody sent it to me
All right. So whatever Mr. Tackman just showed you, when was the first time you saw what he just showed you?
this morning in a text message. Somebody sent this to me.
What time
I
did you
don't
see
know.
it? About.
She hit me last night, the girl who sent this to me, and then I seen it this morning. But this is the first time I
All
saw
right.
it
This morning is the first time you see it.
And what that is a picture of you from the video in court last week at the gun club that you didn't know where it was, in New Jersey, but not Los Angeles.
I mean,
And it was, let me finish my question.
An objection
And
to argumentative, Your Honor.
It is. Sustain the form of the question.
what is that a picture of, sir?
Objection relevant.
Overruled.
it's a recreational shooting range.
And what's the other picture?
It's a shooting range.
Yeah, the one on the left. What's the one on the left there?
That's me at the shooting range.
Oh, I did that. Yes, the one with you at the shooting, right?
Okay.
Okay. And the recreational shooting range is for the law.
I hate how he think he helping himself out, bro. This shit is funny. And now you know how wild he gonna be, and you know how wild he gonna be when he went through this whole process, and then he don't get nothing out of it. This a real interesting one, man. Cause they done with him after this.
Los Angeles Gun Club, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that was posted at 2 o'clock yesterday, as it says on the post. And coincidentally, right after 2 o'clock, you told Mr. Sloman to say, I remembered I
I
was
did
in
not
Los
see
Angeles.
this, and I put down
Let me
the
finish the
status.
question.
I did not see this, and I don't need to see this. I told you I went to
Mr.
my
Efron, let him finish the question.
So it's your testimony, sir, that it is a mere coincidence that minutes after, let me finish my question. It's your testimony, Mr. Efron, that it is a mere coincidence that minutes after these pictures were posted on the internet by somebody entitled named Don't F with Justice, pictures posted showing you at the Los Angeles Gun Club on October 19, 2021. It's a mere coincidence that you then have to pull the DA within.
He definitely don't understand that question. This boy don't listen. Like he it's either he. This is why he ain't making it. This why he ain't shit. Cause you can't listen, nigga. Like you can't even just simply listen. Wow. So the lawyer saying too much is just too much for him. Wow, this is crazy. I never seen a nigga go in court and act like this before.
Minutes of that post.
He
You say
definitely
you went back and looked at your Instagram, and somehow you refresh your recollection that you were in Los Angeles on that day.
I mean, you just listen to yourself. It took me all day. It took me from Friday. You're a lot. I had to figure it out. It wasn't easy.
What was that? What did you call him?
I said he's a lot to deal with, so I had to figure it out.
All right.
I had to figure it out.
I thought you said
and I
something else.
figured it out on Sunday. I had to keep looking and finding because, like what I said, it wasn't easy.
All right.
Let me get around to some of this. Ms. Efron, you saw the video of your trial testimony on this topic, correct? Just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Okay, yes, I did. Okay.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Did you look like you were confused by that question at all when you said, definitely not?
I'm gonna be honest. I just wanted to stop talking to you. I thought it was over.
So you just made an answer.
It's not an answer. I just
Just
didn't understand. I needed time. Obviously, something like that, you need time. A lot of your questions, you need time. Just like how you said, John.
Not dependent. Stop. Say it again?
I'm done.
Good.
All right. Yes, Mr. Efron, you are. Go back. You need 135 or 130. Mr. Rizzo?
Show you the 3 recordings. To show you the screen of 3. First of all, by the way, when I said to show you the 3 recordings, did you videotape the recordings?
Yes.
Okay. So you audio recorded the recordings, but you videotaped.
Yeah, I believe video is just better to capitalize on, or just capture everything. Like a video with audio, it's hard to falsify this.
This nigga got oh shit. This nigga not only got the audio, this nigga got a video of the phone call. Oh, Relly ass a fool, man. My nigga Relly said that's AI. Get this out of my face. It's fake. You be smoking, niggas. Relly supposed to went up there and really act like a true victim. Relly went up there and act like they was trying to send him to jail. I would have been up that bitch crying, like real life crying for real though.
So we'll show you. We'll show you.
Just the next exhibit.
Yes, Ron.
Q's and Queen. Is there a transcript?
Three recordings, only two incidents, but you mentioned 3, but one of them is a combination.
It's a split.
Split. I just want to make sure it's clear. We're only talking about 2
2 recordings.
recordings.
May and August.
Yes.
Is there a transcript of the first?
Yes, Ron. I'm just identifying them first. I'm not playing. I just want to make sure we identify them. Okay. So take a look at that one.
Wally,
You recognize that?
Samaj.
And what do you recognize that to be?
It's my recording of my conversation with Brother Don.
The first one from May of 2022?
Correct.
Okay. That is, we have marked as exhibit
Q.
Q. All right. I'm going to show you another one, another video screenshot.
Yes, same exact thing. Conversation with him.
And that is that one from August.
Correct.
And by the way, what makes you know that that's the one that you had with brother from looking at it?
How would I save people's number? Usually put your entire government name and the nickname as well, so I can remember.
And that's what you have on that screen there?
Correct.
Okay. That would be, what is that? R. Okay. That's the fence R line.
All right, if you're marking that now, are you going to play Q?
You said it's up there.
All right. The part that you're going to play of Q, the transcript of that should be R.
Okay.
The August call
Yes.
should be S as in Sam.
Okay. The first August call, because there's one August call that was sent Rocky to files. So first one will be S and Sam, the one he just identified. And the transcript portion of that would be,
T as in Tom.
okay. And then the third one, which is again the same call from August 2022, is that the screenshot of that, sir?
Yes.
And again, same thing.
Correct. Same thing. I videoed it between Relly and I.
And whose name is on the screenshot?
It's Rob.
And that's the same call as the call before. It's part of the August 2022 call, but that's the second
Correct.
file.
Yeah.
The
Same
full
file.
So that would be
That's you.
you are. And the transcript
All
for
right, you, that's the August 22nd call?
the second portion.
Second half. That's you as a union. The transcript, V as in Victor. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you recognize the records on the screen. I'm going to play snippet before I play the snippet for the jury. I want him Mr. Spinning to identify the voices. Okay? That's the right to do. So listen to the recordings of voices and tell us if you recognize the voices. First, second, third.
Yes, myself and brother.
That's the first one. This is the second one. Go ahead.
Yes, that's the second one. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. Identifying myself and throughout the conversation.
Okay. You played all three? So you've identified all three of those tapes that we've identified as
It takes Q, S, and U.
defense Q, S, and U. You've identified all three as recording conversations that you made in May 2022, August 2022 that you control that time.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you watched the proceedings, those ones you said were fake.
Yeah.
Are they fake?
No, they're real.
You can't do them anyway?
No.
Are those recordings a true and accurate recording of your conversation with brother those 2 days?
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone ask you to make these recordings, by the way?
No, I did it myself.
Why did you do it?
I believe to protect myself and just document our conversation because he kept calling me numerous times, so it kind of felt unsafe, or I just wanted to protect myself.
And when he kept calling you numerous times, why did you feel the need to record these conversations? Was it giving you an impression?
Well, it was just weird, to be honest. I just felt uncomfortable.
But you were not involved in this incident, correct?
No, I was not involved at all. I just wanted to really just mediate the situation, honestly.
But you were friends with both?
Correct.
And you didn't take a side, did you?
No.
It's leading, it is just a...
Okay. Were you friends with both of them?
Yes.
Did you take a side?
No.
I'm gonna make
All
it.
right, now I'm going to play you
You're
some
gonna
of
make
here
it,
in
man.
the recordings. Again, these are questions that were asked.
Which, are you going to play Q, S, or U first?
Yes.
We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna
That's
make it.
where you first.
We gonna make it. We gonna make it.
I'm going to play a snippet of S first, Your Honor. And again, these are short snippets. They're directly related to the question I asked Mr. Affleck.
All right, Alex, can you distribute the transcript, which is T as well?
Yes, sir.
You have 2, Your Honor, by chance, so the same?
I have it. Yeah, I think I have it. You have an extra for Mr. G? Sure, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. So we're going to play a snippet from defense exhibit
This is S.
S. And again, by the way, before we play that, who called whom in these 2 calls?
He called me, and then I would call him back.
And when you recorded these calls, were you calling him back?
Correct.
Go ahead.
This is a later call, correct?
Yo, what's good again? What's going on?
Shit, man, where you at?
Crib. What you want?
Shit, man. I just hopped on the computer and shit. I was gonna submit them links and shit. You know which links you want to do, or you want me to just pick them shits?
Yeah, shit ton. You probably need one from Rolling Stone, all those other publications.
Nigga, that's Raleigh. That's Raleigh. You could tell that's him. You fuck?
Just pick the top ones, probably like TMZ, Rolling Stone shit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And then when I get it, I'm gonna bring the shirt. Yeah, for sure, sure. I'm gonna just try to get that shit through you for me. Cause you got.
Okay. That was yourself and Mr. Efron?
Yes.
Okay. Who's the one that was saying Rolling Stone?
Terrell was.
And you respond saying just pick the top one, something to that effect?
Yes.
And then after asking you to promote these articles on social media regarding this case, did he say he was going to throw you something?
Yes.
What did he say?
When I get it, you know, I'm gonna throw you something.
When I get it, I'm going to throw you something?
Yes.
Where did you take that from?
I'm not sure. Maybe whenever he gets some type of money.
I'm gonna call speculation, motion, sorry,
Speculation, sustain, okay.
I guess we're going to move on to the second. From which report is this?
it's from SLC.
Yes, also. We're on the same exhibit, same transcript. Is there a page we should direct us on?
Page 10.
Page 10? Page 10. You just look at page 10?
Does the jury have this?
Yes, you're on page 10. All right. Listen to this, please, and go ahead.
Like, who gets cool after somebody firing on you 5 times, bro?
That Mr. Efron saying, who gets schooled if someone fired on you 5 times?
Yes.
They missing two gives school.
Okay. Who gives school? Gives school?
That's what
Whatever it says. The part I was really focused on was the someone fired on you 5 times. He said that?
Yes.
Okay, let's go on to the next one, which is a different exhibit. Different exhibit.
It's a transcript bar. And this is sealed August 27th.
No, this is, I think, May 27th.
You played August, that was August,
Right.
right? So now we're in May.
Now we're on to this one.
This want to be passed up, is that correct?
Please.
So what was already played was August 22nd. This is now May 22nd.
Correct.
And by meaning August 2022, rather than 22nd.
Yeah, August 2020.
2022. On May 2022.
Okay.
Everybody have one? Transcript?
Can I have one?
Do we have one from Mr. Stewart?
Okay. Page 16, please. Look the transcripts. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But background of lawyer first court extortion, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You ask for background of lawyer first court extortion, you feel me? You're gonna do everything accordingly. Everything accordingly, or it's gonna catch up with you.
Whose voice was that, sir?
Terrell Efron.
Did you make up those words?
No.
Did you spoof his voice and how
No.
those words? The next one is...
I know, really flipping out
Same-
right now, whatever he had when he was
Reporting.
Same reporting, same transcript, page 13.
Same reporting, same transcript, page 13.
Just to be clear, this would be before, so you're going backwards in the conversation, is that correct?
No, it's the same one we just heard. This is the May 2022.
My question is, in terms of timing, is what you just played before or after in terms of timing? It's earlier in the
It's earlier.
conversation. I just want to make sure that we're making clear when these are being played.
Hey, I'm suing this shit out of here. That was my game. And regardless, I ain't don't give a fuck about no police, nigga.
Whose voice was that saying, suing the shit out of him? That was my game regardless. I don't think that's about the police.
Terrell Efron.
You didn't make up that voice.
No. No.
The computer generate that voice.
No.
Okay, next is from the August 2022 reporting, which is exhibit again.
Exhibit U is the second portion of that reporting, with the transcript page. You would just ask, when you're playing chronologically, is this occurring after in time originally when you played? Well, let's just pay this noise, so we'll be after. No, but you played part of the August call. I'm just trying to understand, is this, you played the August call before, is this part after or before?
Exactly.
After the part you like?
Let's get the, yes, you have the transcripts out? Yes, Your Honor. Okay. The transcript is Visa Vicar. The recording is used in
Okay, is there a page direct?
Page 5.
Page 5. Go ahead.
I already know. I'm here 30 M's.
Okay. What's that say? I already know. Yeah, 30 M's. So I don't understand 30 M's to me. $30 million. And who altered that was?
Why you was getting 30 M?
Just a couple more. This is standard stuff.
Same recording, same transcripts, page 5. Continue to page 6.
Same recording, same transcript, page 5. Continue on to page 6.
Why you getting so much?
He's gonna have to deal with that and his political ties and everything else. Because once I walk away, when I get my cash, the case is way weaker. It's just like a domestic violence case. If you was to hit your bitch and your bitch was to keep on going through with this.
Did Buddy just say this? Did he just describe his situation like a domestic violence case? Did he just describe himself like a bitch? Is what?
Situation, you go down. But if you're not there, then you're going against the state and it's way weaker.
Okay. Voice of that.
Man, that's rally, bro.
And what did you understand what he was saying to you there?
He actually is going to call for speculation. It's also relevant what he understood. His thought is not relevant.
Sustained.
Okay. There's one last one.
Brad.
I'm going to ask you about the question they asked Mr. Efron now last week. And so, same
Recording, same transcripts.
reporting, same transcript,
Page 6, continuing to page 7.
page 6, continuing to page 7. Let's play.
If I'm not there, if you pay me out via my lawsuit, oh.
Really terrible, man.
I'll walk away. Basically, and say they're going to find me because I'm on another island. Relax. You get what I'm saying? They're going to be scrambling to find me because now they have to go against Rocky, the state. And here they have evidence and saying it's not going to be the same when you present it to a jury and you don't have a complaining witness.
Mr. Stephen, whose voice was it on that recording that's going to be part of the able to find me because I'll be.
That's a real phone call.
It's a real phone, right? And whose voice was it to say they have evidence, this, that, and the third, but it's not going to be the same when you present it to the jury and you don't have a complaining witness? It's a real phone. Did you alter that recording? No. Did you superimpose your voice into there? No. Did you hear him say that was fake? Yes. Was that fake? No. Okay, no further questions. Thank you.
You okay? Continuing my break? Everything's good? All right. Mr. Rule?
Mr. Jimmy, would you agree that you are much closer to the defendant than you are to relevant, correct?
Fair to say.
And you do business with the defendant, right?
Sometimes.
How much money has the defendant paid you for your work in the past 3 years?
3 years? I don't recall.
Let's give an estimate.
I would say maybe 20,000 per year, so say 60,000.
And I would assume, is he one of the bigger names that you work with?
No.
He's not.
I work with a lot of people, a lot of brands, a lot of celebrities and names. Yeah.
What was your income last year?
I have to look at it or ask my accountants, but income last year would say around 85,000 possibly.
So if your income was 85,000, then even by your own estimate, he would have, his business would be about 25% of your income, correct?
No, like I said, we get paid by a lot of different people.
No, so that's what I'm telling you. You said you're estimating your income at 20 grand a year. I'm sorry, your income at 85,000 a year. You're saying he's giving you about 20 grand a year over the past 3 years. 20 grand is a little less than 25%.
Well, you asked me for my personal income, right? I didn't tell you what the business made.
Look,
right?
I asked you is your business, correct?
Correct.
So would you agree?
Oh, this is him. Sure, hit. I know really somewhere.
Something. As you sit here today,
Well, let me ask you something. Ah, shit. Yeah, this should be too funny. Court is too funny, bro. That's crazy. You gotta go to school to learn how to do that shit.
agree that if ASAP Rocky is convicted, that very likely that's probably not going to be a positive for you and your income with respect to him.
No, I'll be fine.
That's not what I asked you. Listen to my question. If ASAP Rocky...
But he said no. It's like he said no. What you want him to say? You know what I'm saying? He actually answering the questions. But this man looking for the answers he want actually.
is convicted, you would agree that you might not be getting that 20 grand a year that you estimate you're making from him going forward, correct?
Objecting.
Grounds.
Thank you, sir. The first question was, it wouldn't be positive. He answered that.
That's not a legal objection.
Just stay with it.
It's a different question. The first question was a different question.
It's not a legal objection.
Just
Courtroom. It's a courtroom.
read the last question.
Your Honor, we don't have a still objection.
Did you thought?
No, I didn't answer the question. It's misleading the witness. The first question that he answered was a different question.
That's not an objection, Your Honor. It's not a
I
legal
just did.
objection.
Objection misleading. There we go.
That's not a legal
Both
California
of you
objection.
stop. Both of you be quiet. Read the question. And the answer.
That I know that lawyer's single. I mean, this prosecutor, I know he ain't got no wife or nothing. Look how he act, bro. He just act like he just miserable.
Question, let me ask you something. As you sit here today, would you agree that if ASAP Rocky is convicted, that very likely that's probably not going to be a positive for you and your income with respect to him? Answer, no, I'll be fine. Question, that's not what I asked. Listen to my question. If ASAP Rocky is convicted, you would agree that you might not be getting the 20 grand a year that you estimate you're making from him going forward. That's another objection.
Fair question.
Objection to the question?
Objection's overruled.
Can you ask again?
Sure. You testified that you're making approximately 20 grand a year. You said your income's $85,000 a year. I'm just asking, you would agree, if he gets convicted, you would agree that probably does not portend well for you with respect to continuing to get 20 grand a year from him, correct?
Sure.
Sure, is that a yes?
Yes.
So,
Technically, yes. Yes.
you would agree that no matter what actually happened in this incident, your motivation, your goal as you sit here, is you don't want your friend to get convicted, correct?
No, my goal is to tell the truth.
That's not what I asked you. Do you agree that as you sit here right now, that whether or not the defendant committed this crime or not, you don't want him to be convicted?
Technically, no, I don't want anyone to go to jail, so no.
So what you're saying is that even if it is proven that the defendant assaulted the victim in this case with a firearm, you agree that you do not want him to be convicted, correct?
Objection.
Huh? Type of no. What type of question is that? No, what type of question is that? He said, what? That question, if you answer yes or no, is like, nigga, you saying he shot at a nigga. Like, what type of question is that? It's not even a question. That's an answer. That's one of them answer questions. Oh, my teeth. Ooh. That's one of them answer questions, man. What the fuck?
Grounds.
It's a fair question.
He doesn't give us objection, and then he gives no grounds.
All right, well,
Judge,
any grounds, it's overruled. So,
Okay.
So the question can be asked.
Ask again?
Please read the question back.
Question, so what you're saying is that even if it is proven that the defendant assaulted the victim in this case with a firearm, you agree that you do not want him to be convicted, correct?
No.
So a moment ago you just said you don't want anybody to get convicted and go to jail. Now I've just asked you whether you want the defendant to be convicted, even if he committed a crime. You said, no, I don't agree that I don't want to convict. Which is it?
If he committed a crime, sure. Justice, right? Needs to be served. So.
So as you sit here today, your position is you're just an, and you weren't there, is that correct?
No.
Correct? Hold
Yeah.
on. That was nothing. You weren't there, were you?
No, it was not.
And you don't have any idea whether or not this incident happened or didn't happen.
No.
So here's my, did you ever ask Relly? Hey, I'm sorry, did you ever ask the defendant, hey, listen, this guy's saying you shot at him. You ever ask him what happened?
Objection relevance.
You ever ask him what happened?
I don't recall.
So you are having conversations with Relly, which you're taping, and then immediately calling the defendant to report what happened. And you're telling me you've never asked the man, hey, did you, hey, Relly's accusing you of shooting him, did you do it? You never asked him that.
I don't recall. No.
Well, isn't it true you didn't ask him that because you don't want to know the answer?
Objection, Your Honor. The state's testimony says it doesn't recall.
It's cross-examination.
Yeah, fair question.
Isn't it true that you didn't ask him that question?
Well, he asked him the question 4 times. Why you asked him the question 4 times? What the fuck?
Because I don't want to know the answer.
Like I said, I don't recall, but I might have asked him.
So now you're saying you might have asked him if he shot Relly, but you don't remember the answer?
I said I don't recall me asking him that question, right?
So let me be clear. I want to know, has the defendant ever discussed with you anything about the shooting?
Bro, he wild. No, he wild. This nigga lonely as hell. He probably don't get no guts. Like, he ain't touching no stomach. Like, bro, ass ain't doing nothing.
No.
So then your answer would be, if you ever asked him about it, would be a definite no, correct?
Sure, correct, son.
Then why isn't a moment ago you just said, I don't know, I don't remember?
Because I don't recall.
Do you understand the difference between no and I don't recall? No, would you agree, would mean he absolutely never mentioned anything, and I don't recall would be, I'm not sure. Would you agree with that, those definitions?
We can agree to that.
And my question is, don't you think that as you're taping Relly for somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes, getting information about this incident and about what he intends to do, and then calling the defendant back immediately to report what happened, that you might have had a conversation with him about, hey, dude, what actually happened? Did you shoot the guy? You're saying that didn't happen, you never asked?
Never asked.
Are you curious?
No.
So you don't have any interest at all as to whether or not the defendant actually shot at Relly
Doesn't make it relevant.
Bro, why
in terms of getting money.
you keep asking the same thing over and over again?
From the defendant. Would you agree?
Yes.
Did you ever say to Relly during any of these calls that you recorded, hey Relly, how come you're getting money from him if the shooting never happened?
Never asked that.
Don't you think that would be a legitimate question to ask him?
No, I was just hearing his side of the story.
Well, and in fact, you would agree that there is nothing that Terrell has ever said to you, nothing, that in any way indicates that the shooting did not happen. You agree?
I agree.
Would you also agree that whatever efforts Relly makes after the shooting, however much money he asks for, whatever calls he makes, does that change what happened during the incident?
Objection. It's an improper question.
What's that?
Sorry, man.
Well, let me ask you something.
Oh. Oh. I know what's going on. All he's trying to do is prove that the shooting happened. Okay. It's like, okay, I get it.
I'm asking you. You're taping him and you're recording that conversation to the defendant. I'm asking you, is there anything about Relly's statements about suing the defendant, trying to get $30 million, is there anything about those statements that you are aware of that changes what actually happened the night of the incident?
No, I think I answered that.
So would you agree that whether or not Relly sues for $1, $20 million, $100 million, $20 gajillion, that in the end, either the shooting happened or it didn't? Would you agree?
Yes.
And it's your further testimony, despite all that, you've never had one conversation or asked him one question, the defendant, about what actually transpired.
Objection is made.
How many calls in total did you record?
2.
2 calls? Now, you said that you were upset because the idea that Relly was coming into court, you said you were offended by his line. Is that correct?
Yes.
When you were taping his calls, did you know you were taping?
No.
Do you think that friends tape other friends' phone calls?
Sometimes they can.
I'm asking you. I'm not asking you physically. I assume, sir, that for a call, I didn't ask you whether it's technically possible. I'm asking, do you think that a friend records their friend's phone calls when that person doesn't know it?
Objection, he gave an answer to this.
That's not a legal objection. It's not
Yes,
It's an
yes,
objectionable
yes.
question. It's speculation. What friends do is irrelevant. Ask another question.
You called Terrell a friend of yours, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that it was being a friend of his to tape his phone calls without his knowledge?
Yes.
How was that being a friend to Terrell?
Sometimes friends do things like that.
You mean sometimes friends betray friends by taping their calls and then calling other people to report what they found? Is that what you mean?
That's what we call betrayal.
Argument.
So, when is the last time that you had spoken to the defendant prior to immediately calling him after the May 2022 phone call?
I didn't talk to him.
What's that?
I said I didn't talk to him prior to really calling me.
No, so, well, you've talked to him before, so I'm asking the last time. When did the last time be?
I'm not sure.
When is the first time? So, when did you first find out about the whole incident, the shooting? When did you find out?
From Relly in 2022,
No, I'm not asking when you found out from Relly. When did you first hear about the shooting?
when Relly told me.
So you're saying you had never heard about this shooting that happened to your friend, ASAP Rocky, until May of 2022?
Correct.
So you're saying you speak to him every other month. You're aware that that shooting, that incident happened in November 2021, right?
Yes.
And you're saying that even though your friend was involved in a shooting, lead shooting, ASAP Rocky, you didn't hear about it for 5 months?
I heard about it from Relly first.
And you said the first time you heard about it from Relly was in May of 2022. That's what you just testified to, right?
Yes.
So when's the first time you talked to Relly after November of 2021?
I'm not sure.
Well, give me an estimate of when the last time you spoke to him was.
I said I'm not sure.
Well, here's my question. You would agree that the shooting involving ASAP Rocky, that was a big media event. Would you agree?
Yes.
Didn't you say, wait, what do you do for a living? Well, let me just get this right. You basically work on people's boosting their media profile, correct?
It's not what I do for a living.
What do you do for a living?
I'm not sure if you heard, but I run a technology agency and we build websites, software for brands, creatives, artists, musicians.
Right, you testified, quote,
And part of that, if you want me to get into it, sometimes people offer things like Relly did to help with their social media.
you are very involved in the rap and entertainment world, correct?
No, I'm not a rapper. I don't make music. I don't produce beats.
That's not what I asked you.
You asked if I'm involved in rap.
Are you involved in working with individuals in the music, rap, and entertainment world?
No. Might be 10%, 20%.
Just want to clarify that, correct?
You said, is my client as rappers or in the music industry? Repeat the question.
So here's what I'm asking you. You're telling me you've never heard of this incident until May of 2022.
Until Relly told me.
You're telling me that Relly is contacting you saying he wants you to boost his media profile, and he's naming outlets like Rolling Stone magazine, correct?
Yes.
So wouldn't it be your job to be monitoring what's going on in the media with individuals that you're talking to?
No, it's not my job.
So let me ask
See this before? And then you be like, hell no, like that how a nigga ain't see it before and it's all over the internet. Some people really don't be on the internet. Almost done, man. We almost done. I didn't know this was gonna be this quick. Shit quicker than I thought.
Your Honor, can the jury be instructed that they are not trying to speculate what was redacted, what wasn't redacted, they're only supposed
Yeah, I had told you earlier that there are things in the transcripts that have been taken out. The things that have been taken out have no bearing on any decision you have to make. So that's why I didn't say it. What being provided to you is what will assist you in your decision.
Well, we've got now got a chance to ask a couple of questions first. Mr. Cheney, have you actually heard the full recordings of what you turned over?
Yes.
When's the last time you heard them?
This morning.
This morning. So you heard them in their entirety, is that correct?
Correct.
Would you agree that what the defense played was a tiny snippet overall of those recordings?
Yes, the recording was 30 minutes. Played, what, 3 minutes? So, yes.
And I just want to be clear. Even on the part of it, whatever part was edited that the jury isn't going to hear, at no point in time did Relly ever say to you, or imply, or infer, that the shooting did not happen. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That in every interaction you've had with him, however many there are, since the incident occurred, that he has always been very clear in his position that the defendant shot at him and that he was hit.
Yes.
All right, we're going to play these to make it easy. You would agree that when the defense played you the calls, they started with them out of order. The first snippet they played was from August, and actually your first call was in May. Is that correct?
May, June, July, August is the correct order. Dates correct. Yeah.
Okay, we say May, June, July, August. I thought we only have 2 dates.
I'm giving you the sequence of dates, right?
Okay,
a
we're
month, right? So,
You know, let me just inquire. I'm a little confused what you just said. So my understanding is there are only 2 calls, one in May
correct.
and one in August. Is that right?
Yes.
But you just said May, June, July, and
Let me
August.
correct myself. I'm giving you, you asked me, was May before August? I said yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no,
right? So May,
understood.
June, July, August is the
Got it.
sequence of dates.
So,
yeah.
understood. So I'm just making clear, we're now going to play this. What we're going to play, you would agree, this is chronologically, meaning this is the first of the recorded calls. Is that right?
Yeah.
And before we start, it's your position that Relly called you and you called him back, all ready to record. Is that right?
Yes.
Prior, when he had called you, at that point in time, you didn't know what he was going to say, correct?
No, it was just a lot of calls.
Right, but what I'm saying is, at the time he called you, in May, you don't know about the shooting.
No.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the first time you find about the shooting is during the May 2022 call, and because you don't know what he's going to be talking to you about, you have no idea why there's going to be any value in recording him. Is that right?
No, but there was a numerous amount of missed calls. Kept calling him, so.
Here's what I don't understand. Why? If you don't know anything about the incident, anything about the allegations, why are you taping a call with your friend?
Just to protect myself, and just to have just oversight.
Why would you need to protect yourself from a friend when you know nothing about any incident that he was involved in?
Seemed weird.
So you're saying you got repeated calls from somebody, your friend, Rel.
No, but there might have been text too, but I don't remember.
Ms. Lewin? Time to move on.
All right, let's play. I want you to listen to this. I'm going to ask you questions about it.
And Your Honor, when we get to the last page, it didn't print out, so I will pull it up on my computer.
So there's a page 16?
There it is.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have.
No one has it. That's why I said I'll pull it up on my computer.
Right.
Should be on the screen.
All right, I'm gonna start the recording. And the file name is IMG_0786 redacted.
This is the May 12, 2022 call?
Yes.
Yo, bro. Yeah. Shit, bro, my bad. I'm not gonna show bad sometimes. Yeah. Shit. The crib. What happened, bro? You know, I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm at both of them, so that shit happened for me.
Stop. Did you hear what was just said?
Yes.
You just said, quote, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. I thought you don't know anything that's happening.
Like I said, there might have been text prior.
No, what you testified to, sir, was that the first time you ever heard anything about that incident was when Terrell called you. And I'm reading this, and it says, quote, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. So I want you to explain to me, if you didn't know about it before this call, what in the heck is that comment about?
Sustain.
Please explain what you meant by, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit, if you did not have any prior knowledge of the incident.
Just trying to mediate the situation, that's what I meant.
How can you mediate a situation that you know nothing about and you've never heard of?
Like I told you, I might have received the text from him, so yeah.
Do you recall me asking you, prior to the break, 3 different times, and again after the break, whether you had heard anything about the incident until you talked to Terrell on May 12, 2022, and you responded each time, no, this was the first time I heard of it. Do you recall responding to that? Sorry, Ron. It's loud because this court knows I can't hear, so my apologies.
Yes, but I thought you were specifically talking to the phone call, so, yeah.
Wait, can you repeat that, please?
You can repeat your question, I'll answer it.
So what I'm asking you is, I asked you 4 different times before the break, 1 time after the break. I confirmed the first time you had ever heard anything about this shooting incident that happened in November was during the May call, with Relly. And yet the first thing you say is, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. And then you say, in testimony today, I was trying to mediate. So my question is, how can you be talking about not picking sides and about mediating when you never heard of what happened?
I think I answered this where I think I received text as well. So, yeah. And what I mean by picking sides is trying to mediate the situation.
So when you say you received text, so are you now changing your testimony and saying, yes, I knew about this incident beforehand?
Objection.
Repeat the question?
Are you now saying, yes, I was aware of the incident from November of 2021 prior to this phone call?
I'm not sure. 3 years ago.
Well, I want you to take a look. Look at the transcript. I want you to look at page 2, and I want you to read again to yourself, and I want you to read starting at line 8 to line 11, and tell me if now you understand whether or not.
Yeah, I think I get your question, and my answer again is, I believe, I'm not sure if I received text messages about the situation, so, yeah.
So you're saying you decided to you recorded these calls. Did you save those text messages?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure? Do you have those text messages today?
Probably not, and your definition of I'm not sure is...
Mr. Maloney, are you going to play with the rest of the...
I don't know.
I am, but I'm taking them one at a time, and then I'll start playing again.
All right, let's...
I think it's easier to hit each point as it comes up.
You hit this one a lot.
Well, Your Honor, I'm trying to get, he just now said that there were text messages he believes. What do you believe was said in the text messages?
I don't remember.
Well, so obviously, if you knew about it, that would have meant that Relly would have had to have told you what happened in these texts.
Possibly.
Well, when you say possibly, will you at least concede that you knew about the incident, given what you said, prior to you recording the conversation?
Can't confirm that, but I'm not sure.
And let me ask you again, since your memory's a little hazy, is it, as you sit here, maybe you think you might have talked to the defendant about it sometime between November and May?
No.
So what would be your rush, sir, right after you talked to Relly, to call the defendant if that was the first time you ever heard anything about the alleged shooting, the lawsuit? What made you immediately pick up the phone and call Rocky?
I think I answered this. Trying to mediate the situation, so send it over to him.
All right, who can continue playing?
That nigga 100% crazy and wrong. 100% wrong. And he got 12-year ills mixed up. I'm not. You gotta understand, Rocky been on his high horse for a very long time. You feel me?
Would you agree, sir, that during this little section, that Relly is basically telling you, he is saying that the defendant was 100% wrong, and then you got 12 ills mixed up in it?
I'm going to object.
Do you agree that in that section, sir, as you listen, as you read it right now, that Relly is telling you that Rocky has basically done it wrong?
I'm objecting again.
The words speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Keep going. Push the play button.
Your Honor, I'm gonna,
No, push the play button. Let's continue.
no, but I'll do that, but again, I keep asking, he doesn't give grounds. We're lawyers. Lawyers give grounds. That's how law works in California.
I know how it works in California.
Well, Your Honor, I'm
Stop telling me how it works in California, how it doesn't work. No speaking objections. You state a ground, state objection and the legal grounds. Push the play button.
As a duty he did. I don't have, he forced my hand. You feel me? I got over 20 missed calls between him. Why is Rocky going out his way to do anything like that? You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you're going to hear the story or whatever it is, but you got to look at it like this. Why is he going out his way to call me 20 times at Hills and 20 with him, text messages, saying link up, where you at? And all of this is because of, I pressed him about Josh, him not doing right by Josh, and he spoke to Josh Mom and lied. You get what I'm saying? So I wrote him about.
Were you aware prior to Relly relating this information to you that there had been a pre-existing issue between Relly and Rocky regarding Josh?
No, I don't know based on Josh.
Did you know what he was referring to?
Not really, I don't know Josh. I pretty much Josh.
But you agree that ASAP Relly told you that he, in essence, pressed Rocky about Josh and about him not doing right by Josh and accusing Rocky lying. That's what he told you, correct?
Yeah, he's telling his side of the story.
All right, please continue.
He hits a Bari later about that, but I'm with Bari. Bari got the phone on speaker. You get what I'm saying? This shit didn't fit well with me. So Rocky talks about me within that conversation because he sees I text him about Josh. You feel me? Told him to take ASAP out my name. This was 7 months ago. I took ASAP out my name. You feel me? Yeah. He's a bitch. So he goes in and says, hey, Bari, let Bari an influencer. A whole week later doing that complex car shit. You feel what I'm saying? Just so happened I'm with Bari while Rocky hits her. Rocky says my name. You get what I'm saying? Real Money 12-year bills is at his house. I hit Real Money the next morning. Tell Real.
You would agree that is ASAP Relly telling you that basically he is present for a conversation where ASAP Rocky is talking to Bari and is saying negative things about E. Relly, correct? That's what that means, correct? But it's not clear, and I'm asking the witness because the witness understands how they speak to each
You've
other.
already indicated that you want a legal ground. Mr. Takapita said objection. He's about to state the legal ground.
It's irrelevant what he believes really meant. That's the
Okay.
same objection. I
Stay.
No, I'm not asking what
The
he
words
believes.
speak for themselves. In final argument, you can put your interpretation on what was said. Mr. Takapita can do the same thing.
Your Honor, am I allowed to inquire the witness since they're speaking in a manner that is not necessarily easy for anybody to understand? I have to inquire, what does that mean? I'm not asking.
But you're not asking what that means.
What does it mean? What does what you just heard, where Terrell tells you that just basically, and I heard you, but in Rocky head, he looked like a bitch because Barry had him on speaker. Rocky didn't know who else heard that conversation, but I heard him talk about it. And I told Rocky over the years, and if you have a problem with me, let me know. Stop rocking me to sleep. You feel me?
I can't tell you what he means. You need to ask Terrell.
I think it might be helpful if Mrs. Jimmy had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, listening to that, you didn't understand that to mean that there had been a phone call where Rocky had been talking bad about Relly, not knowing Relly could hear it, and that Barry had been involved. That's not what you understood that to mean.
He's telling the side of the story, so sure.
No, I didn't ask you whether it was true or not. I asked you, is that what Relly told you?
Yes, I'm on the other side of the phone call.
Okay. All right, keep playing.
I heard Rocky bitch ass tell him I don't fuck with him. Wooty woo, wooty woo, wooty woo. You feel me? No fighting words, none of that. Just basically, nigga, I heard you. But in Rocky's head, he looked like a bitch because Barry had him on speaker. Rocky don't know who else heard that conversation, but he know I heard him talk about me, and I told Rocky over the years, nigga, if you have a problem with me, let me know. Stop rocking me to sleep. You feel me? Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, I guess that was enough for him. He felt like a bitch because he knew I heard that conversation. I was supposed to hear that conversation with Rocky. Never, ever. I never heard him say curse words or even have that type of energy towards me. You know what I mean? So now I know the real him. I tell Real Money, tell that nigga fuck him. You feel me? Boom, boom, boom. Shit is related to him. Next thing you know, I get over 20, 30 missed calls between him, Ills, and Rocky. Text messages. I'm staying at the most. I tell him he calls me. I finally.
But he said that won't him though. But Varelli said it won't him.
Did you take from that, as you heard it, that Relly was now telling you that there was a dispute between he and Rocky that also now was bringing in Ills as well, and that it had resulted in 20 or 30 missed calls between the defendant and Relly?
But I'm objecting again for the same reason I object the court's relevant. What this witness told you.
Your Honor, he took it actually.
Stop. Both of you. No speaking objections. Don't debate. Do you know what this means?
I can't decipher what somebody, I'm hearing this side of the story, I can't decipher what they actually mean.
Okay. All right. Go on.
I'm not asking you whether you believe it or whether it's credible. I'm simply asking you, when you were told this, Relly was telling you that this dispute between he and Rocky had resulted in 20 to 30 missed calls between him, which is Relly, Ills, and Rocky. Is that right?
He's telling me that.
Yes. And he's also telling you he's staying at the Lowe's, and he tells you that he finally answers because he's sleeping. Is that right?
He's telling me that.
Now, you said you've been watching this trial, correct?
Correct.
When did you find out you were going to be a witness in this case?
Just recently.
Well, a couple of days ago, correct?
Correct.
And you continue to watch the trial. Is that correct?
Correct.
Didn't the defense tell you, hey, listen, you're going to be a witness in this case? You should not be watching the trial?
Sustain. Sustain.
For what, Ron John?
It's wrong. Just
No, he don't watch the trial. What? Huh? Nigga, what? Huh? You won't under oath? What are you talking about? Ah, he need to go somewhere then. Like, get his ass up out of there.
Ask another question.
When you were watching the trial, you were hearing and listening what witnesses were saying about this case. Is that correct?
Yes.
So as you sit here, you know everything that's taken place up to this time in this trial. Is that right?
No, I didn't watch every minute of every hour of the case.
Well, you certainly know overall what has been transpiring in this case, correct?
Not overall.
Do you know
If I miss some days, how was that overall?
Do you know what the defense is in this case?
Objection.
Sustained.
Are you aware that the defense is claiming that it was a prop gun that was used by ASAP Rocky?
Objection.
What's wrong?
It's not relevant what Mr. Sajimi is aware of as it relates to the defense.
Have you ever seen Rocky with prop gun?
Objection.
Overruled.
Have you ever seen a prop gun?
No.
And would you agree, I'm just going to ask you, but would you agree that in the world that you're involved in the entertainment world, in the rap world, if somebody is a concern about violence or a home invasion robbery, are you aware in your experience of anybody ever carrying a prop gun to deter that kind of conduct?
Objection. Speculation.
I'm asking if he's aware. No speculation, Ron. Okay.
It's asking him to speculate. So,
I'm not in the entertainment world.
No, you don't have to. He said he's not in the rap world. Ask another question.
We can continue playing.
I answered it. He's like, where you at? With his slip voice. I'm like, huh? Where you at? Nigga, I'm at the W. I'm not really at the Lowe's. You feel me? There we go. Hollywood Boulevard. It all look the same. You're like, no, you're not. Nigga, that's a bum ass hotel. I'm like, huh? He said, show me outside. Okay. All of it look the same. I'll show him outside. When he does, I'll be here in 5 minutes. I'm like, alright. My girl like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I don't know. He calls me. Let's call me. I got all the text messages. What niggas is done? You and a couple other people heard this story. Rocky out here thinking it's all sweet, but his life is really. And bro, that's what I wanted to ask you, brother. Why really though? You feel me? Why take it to the guys? You feel me? For me? Yeah, him though. How the I win or not, bro. He's a multi-millionaire. He blamed at me. I'm no longer on his level. Everybody turned on me. Everybody, bro. Rocky had everybody turn on me.
What did you mean when you said, why take it to, the guys? What did that mean?
The police, I wanted to have them find a resolution outside of legal or police.
Would you agree that if Rocky shot him and hit him, isn't that a police matter?
Sure, yes.
Well, so why then are you saying, you know what, why are you taking it to the guys?
I think I can answer that.
So have you already decided what side you're on?
No, but I think when you're trying to mitigate a situation, the best solution is not all of this.
You used an interesting, you just said mitigate. Before you said mediate.
Mediate, I'm sorry.
Well, let's back up. You were trying to mitigate this situation for your buddy.
I spoke wrong. I was trying to mediate.
Let me ask my question. Who used the word mitigate?
I did, and I was wrong.
Motion to strike everything after I did as non-responsive. You would agree that in using that term, that could certainly, if you could convince Relly to not to operate with the police or authorities, that could mitigate the situation for your friend ASAP Rocky, correct?
I was trying to mediate the situation.
How exactly were you trying to mediate the situation to help Relly?
Really just hear him out.
Hear him out on a tape call that you could then call your buddy ASAP Rocky about, is that right?
Mediating a situation to me was hearing him, his frustration.
Hearing his frustration, your friend, so you could report it to the true person that you had interest in protecting, correct?
I think it was right to show the other person or show both sides when you're talking both sides. So, yeah.
How many of your calls with Rocky did you make?
None, we didn't talk on the phone. Never talked on the phone.
Go ahead, continue playing.
Technical problem?
Yes. I'm just gonna reopen it again after.
I'll ask some other questions in the meantime. So we don't waste any time.
Everybody turned on me. Everybody, bro. Yeah, everybody turned on me that day. Plus, what the fuck am I doing? Spin on his block and go shoot him up? My cripple head, because he's a multi-millionaire, bro. I'm not having nobody shoot at me when I'm taking it on the 10. And 2, I'm not about to spin on Rocky's block. I'm already a millionaire, nigga. You get what I'm saying? So,
I this point, Relly was telling you that Rocky had shot at him, correct? What you just heard.
Wow.
I don't know what he meant exactly with why wouldn't I, bro? He's a multi-millionaire. Land at me. No longer level.
Where he says, or do I cripple him because he's a multimillionaire, bro? I'm not having nobody shoot at me. You didn't understand that to me? He was saying that Rocky shot him?
If that's what he meant, I can't decipher what he meant, right?
You cannot decipher what he meant by I'm not having nobody shoot at me. You can't decipher that.
Just take the words speak for themselves. Again, you can comment on the final argument, or Mr. Zlomek, whoever does the final argument, as can Mr. Tarantino. The words are there. Both of you can put whatever inference you want. Go on to the next question.
You ignorant black nigga. Everything how to get money, how to do this. You watch do that? Do you have a foundation for black people? Do you have a foundation for anybody? No, this nigga's greed. You get what I'm saying? So I can't stay here and be like, oh, how you meet somebody like that, bro? You take away what they have, dogs. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not doing it on some like this, that, and third, on some holy shit. I would have had a guy warrior. I'm just saying because he would have me 4 or 5 times. I had to use ills as a shit while I'd be dead.
Did Relly tell you that you had to use ills as a shield or I'd be dead?
He said that.
Keep playing.
You trying to, like, you feel me? Not trying to slash his shit with some paper or something, but what, you know, like.
Bro, it's too late. He told me suck I did. Boom, boom, boom. I hit John the same day. Bro, that's all I had. He had nothing but time. Bro, man, I got the best lawyer in LA and work on my business. You feel me? He told John to stop contacting me. I sent him the pics of the bullets, sent him the text messages of him, letting him know how serious this is. You know what he said? Nigga, fuck you.
I feel, bro.
So what am I supposed to do? I accept it.
So, Relly is telling you that the defendant shot at him and then basically told him, F you, I'm not giving you anything. And your response is, he says, you feel me, and you say, yeah. What was the point of your response?
I'm consulting through mediation, so.
So, you're consulting to a mediation. Can you explain what you mean by that, please?
I'm mediating the situation, so I'm hearing him out.
Isn't it true that what you're doing is, you are trying to make Relly think that you are on his side, while at the same time you are keeping him, and then immediately contacting the man he is saying shot at him, who is actually your closer friend. Isn't that correct?
No, I'm mediating the situation, so.
Keep playing. So, you also say, Don, you got in front of you, you say, you got to try to end, squash this shit, get some paper or something, or what? You know, like, you see that? That's on page 8, lines 7 through 9.
Yeah.
You're telling him, when you mean get some paper, you're telling him you got to get some money from the defendant, correct?
I'm really just giving him options to mediate the situation, so there's resolution.
Right, and the option you're giving him is you're basically telling him he can go get money from the defendant. That's what that means, correct?
No.
What does it mean when you're saying to go get paper? What does that mean?
I'm giving him options, right? Not just one option, which is no.
So listen, I didn't ask you how many options you're giving him. Listen to my question.
You said, what does this mean?
What
From
does it...
line- Let me finish,
Sure.
right? So what does this mean from line 6 to 9?
No, let me
That's what you asked, right?
No, this is what I asked you.
All right.
You ready? What does it mean when you said get some paper or something? What does that mean?
It can be money.
What's that?
I said it can be money.
Wait, it can mean money or it did mean money?
It can.
What did it mean when you said it?
I said it can mean money.
Listen to my question. Are you the one that said that?
Yeah.
When you said it, did it mean money?
Yeah.
You were telling him you can get some money from Rocky. That's where you're saying you're trying to mediate, correct?
No.
No?
I'm giving options to mediate the situation.
Sir, one of those options is, you're telling him an option would be get
Fucking lawyer ass. I mean, it's prosecutor ass, bro. Shit can be over. We literally got 1 hour left. I'm gonna have to edit the hell out of this bit, man.
some paper or something, correct?
Correct.
Now let me ask you, up until this time in the conversation, has Relly mentioned that he is going to try to be getting a bunch of money from the defendant?
I'm not sure.
Well, would you agree that it looks like you're the person suggesting he go get some money? We just get some paper, correct?
Given an option, open mediation.
And that's coming from you, correct?
Correct.
And you're aware that's exactly what he did, correct?
I believe so.
Well, you believe so. You're aware. You said you taped him. He went and got a lawyer, and he ended up suing the defendant for money. Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay, come on. Okay. Keep playing.
Nigga shooting at me 4 or 5 times where I almost died, or shoot this man. Now coming with suing, of course, the severity of the case, he tried to kill me. So that's when he's gonna, that's when he got to agree. You feel me?
I feel ain't no way niggas this why, like, you feel me? No paper, no nothing, was that, like, you feel me? Like,
Bro, he's a grown, he's 33 years old. He got other men talking for him. He know what he did. You get what I'm saying? He got more than enough time. This shit happened 7 months later. He was trying to reach out to me. He still can't reach out to me.
I feel with the legal shit in front of that, bro, you know, so.
That's why I didn't want to go that way.
When he said on the top of page 9, he says, now coming with suing the court, the severity of the case, he tried to kill me. He was referring to the incident with Rocky, right? That's how you took it. Is that right?
Objection to what the interpreter was saying again.
Is that correct?
Can you repeat the question?
So he is saying the severity of this case, and he says, now coming with suing, of course, the severity of the case, he tried to kill me. So that's where he's going to. That's why he got to read, you feel me, and you say, yeah, I feel. Ain't no way ends good like you feel me. No paper, no nothing, Rosie. You're saying at that point, he's telling you he tried to kill me, and you're telling him, hey, get some money, correct? As an option.
Trying to mediate the situation, yes.
That's not the question I asked you. Are you telling him to get some money as an option?
Not directly.
So what does it mean? What is indirect about you mentioning get some paper?
I think it's the way we talk. You really wouldn't understand, but there's a way we talk that puts out options, right? So, yeah.
So you're saying you indicated that paper is money, and you admitted that you're telling him to go get some paper, and now you're telling me apparently I can't understand the way you talk. It means something different.
You're just highlighting the word paper.
No, you said the word get some paper.
You're highlighting the word paper, but if you look around it, there's certain ways we talk that I'm giving off different options to mediate the situation.
So you're basically saying that in order for anybody to understand this conversation, we got to ask you to interpret, correct?
No, not necessarily, no.
Well, if you're saying that we can't understand the plain words you're giving, and you're further saying that you understand it and we don't, then it would seem that the only way we could understand would be to ask you to explain it, correct?
No, if I said the dog was red, you can understand the dog is red. With certain terminology in the way we talk, you wouldn't understand it.
I just want to be clear. You've accomplished what you've meant to accomplish. Push the play button. Fine.
I got a lawyer. When you get a lawyer, that has nothing to do with boys. And Jabari is his friend. He might as well thank him for him not being leaked against you. Because those allegations, you feel me? He got enough, and you're part of the PR team. He would have had enough people to block that if Jabari didn't say that, bro. Those are allegations. Jabari made it official.
Yeah, so what's the next one?
Jabari's getting sued too. Jabari's getting sued for defamation. Character.
Because everybody was bad, bro. I'm trying to
He was bad. He did that, bro. I didn't call you. I didn't have a gun. He left his Hollywood house. Why everybody saying everybody look bad? Why everybody put the finger? Because when I take bro out of Hollywood, I got so many people. He's an admission. You got people way around him every single time.
Did Relly ever tell you during any conversation that he had any gun or any weapon during this incident?
Not sure, no.
Not sure or no, which is it?
Wow, bro, I'm trying to finish this joint. Even though I'm gonna blur me out, because even though I'm woke, I'm still like tired. I'm gonna blur me out regardless, but I'm trying to finish this bitch. I literally got 40 more minutes, dog. I can do it.
Bro, you feel what I'm saying? He didn't give me a chance. He told me I'm coming to a gun battle. I came to link him to see what the fuck this status was about.
Premeditated. He walked away from you, bro. That's crazy. I'm tripping. That's crazy.
He tried to test bomb me. And then pull out a gun for self-defense. He's a pussy boy. And me and Ills is standing in between while he's trying to shoot me. He ain't give me no seconds for it. Acting like that. And I got it all on camera. You don't want that, like, trust me. You should do it. He did it all on camera, Cam. So the world looking at me because of bars off right now, but in a few seconds, if I wanted to do an HBO or do anything, his whole career is fucked. Everybody's looking at me like the man.
Okay, that's what you, what's the end game, bro?
The end game, I'm suing this shit out of here. That was my game, and regardless, I ain't gonna give a fuck about no police, nigga. I'm gonna get some multi-millionaire trying to kill me.
So it's not to me.
You were played a small clip of this by the defense that only had the I'm suing the shit out of him. That was my game regardless. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Would you agree that clip alone, just by itself, doesn't put the rest of the conversation in context.
Objections to that.
Still no grounds, Your Honor. Objection to that.
The objection is, that's an improper question, but that was an impeachment question. That's what I asked everyone.
That's not a legal objection. Your Honor, I keep asking you.
If you want, when the defense is asking a question, if you just want to say objection without a legal ground, I can probably infer what the legal ground is. I want to move the case along.
Your Honor, I'm just asking. The court has said they've ordered both sides. We're lawyers.
Right.
I can't respond when he doesn't give a legal ground. The court makes me an offer that I don't have to say legal ground. That's not the rule of court. I say legal ground because I'm a lawyer. He simply says objection.
So what do you suggest?
He give a legal ground, as you told him.
And if he doesn't?
Then the objection's overruled, according to the evidence code and the rules of court. The court knows. I'm not telling the court anything.
He don't get no hoes. He don't get no hoes. He just want to have some sort of type of control. He miserable. Like, he probably ain't never taste pussy a day in his life. Ain't never touched nothing. Ain't touched nothing. Ain't beat no stomachs up. Like, he wild and like he just look like one of them miserable ass stepfathers.
Court's on their own. That's
Little
all I'm asking,
man.
Judge.
Oh, little man.
Just say ground. And instead we get along.
Alright,
I heard you.
bro.
Okay.
Proceed.
All right.
Besides suing somebody like that, you feel me? Now he got to face the consequences of that because he wanted to be a gangster and run out his crib like that. That has nothing to do with me. You feel me? I did my part. You look at it on my end. What else am I supposed to do?
I mean, like, splash that shit in the streets, type shit, right?
Hey, you straight nigga. Bro, what the fuck?
I feel
You know what?
What did you mean when you said, I mean like squash that shit in the streets type shit? What does that mean?
I think that's another cultural thing that you kind of wouldn't understand that we use, where it's really mediated.
He ain't just say that. He ain't just say that.
In the situation among ourselves.
Your Honor, can you instruct the witness to answer the question? That's not an answer.
Yeah, and refrain from suggesting to Mr. Lewin or anybody else what they would or would not understand. Just answer the question directly. Ask the question.
It's hard to answer someone.
Do your best.
Okay.
Sir, I'm asking you, listen to my question, what you meant, what you said. I'm not asking you to respond that you were mediating. That's not answering the question. I'm not actually asking you to tell me that I wouldn't understand it. You said the words. What did you mean?
Meant to find a resolution.
What specifically does it mean? Squash that shit in the street type shit. What does that mean?
Keep mentioning it.
He said find a resolution, man. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Fuck, I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. We skipping it. Fuck it. I can't do it. That's it. I can't. Ain't no way I can.
The question hasn't been asked yet. It's premature.
Okay.
All the questions you just asked by Mr. Lewin, did he once ask you?
Objection argumentative.
Did he ask the question?
You've got to let him finish.
I'm sorry, I can't. He's wild. He extra, dog.
He shot the victim. You just don't remember. Is that correct?
Incorrect.
Well, so you just said you don't remember. Now you're saying no. He didn't tell me that he shot him. So if you don't remember, how do you know that's not what he said?
Well, what he's wrong.
Well, so that's what I just told you.
Fair question.
As you sit here, sir, you said you were trying to mediate this dispute between Rocky and Relly. You talked to Relly, and Relly gave you a lengthy version of what happened on that November night, correct?
Correct.
So my question to you is, if you're going to mediate, you have to have asked Rocky what happened, correct?
Correct.
So what you're saying is, I asked him what happened, but I don't remember what he said, correct?
Correct, because I don't remember the details.
And let me ask you, if he would have told you, hey, I shot him with a prop gun, you would sure as heck remember that, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
So you would not remember if ASAP Rocky was saying, hey, everything Relly said is not true, I shot him with a prop gun.
I don't recall specifics.
So as you sit here, you would agree that you understand, as I'm asking this question, that if you admit that ASAP Rocky
This nigga doing too much, bro. How do I get past his shit, bro? It's like oh my god, bro. He don't get no hope.
That's not my advice. Listen to the question. It's asking his opinion of what happens to him.
Your Honor, this is a long-speed objection.
The question is designed to elicit an answer, and the answer could go to bias and interest in the result of the trial.
The question runs out.
Yes.
So as you sit here, you would agree that you understand, as I'm asking this question, that if you admit that ASAP Rocky either told you he shot Relly or admitted that it wasn't a prop gun, you understand that will be very bad for you.
It's a fair question.
Yes, I understand.
Is it still your testimony that as you sit here, that you have testified as an unbiased witness? Is that your testimony?
Yes.
You said that you...
Is this a formal mediation, sir? Were you a mediator?
This is leading, this is direct examination.
Was this a formal, you just asked a million questions about this mediation. Were you performing a formal mediation?
No.
Okay. Now, let's get back.
I don't know. That prosecutor ain't it, bro. That nigga is fucking ridiculous.
Something. Sir, you were brought in here by the defense to authenticate 2 tapes, nothing more.
Objection, this is leading.
Sustained.
Why were you brought in here by the defense?
To
That's going to call
verify,
for speculation.
Overruled.
Speculation.
To verify,
Overruled.
to verify audio that was said by the victim that wasn't me or him.
Okay. That you heard Mr. Efron say was fake?
Correct. Yes.
That's why you brought here?
Yes.
You were cross-examined for 2+ hours.
Objection, that's already been
Sustained.
explained.
Sustained.
So all those questions that you just asked for, how many minutes it was, sir?
Objection, argument, question can't be taken.
Right? You can
The
ask
question hasn't been asked. The question hasn't been asked yet. It's premature.
Okay.
All the questions you just asked by Mr. Liu, did he once ask you?
Objection, argumentative.
Did he ask the question?
You've got to let him finish the question. You've got to let him finish the question.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What's wrong with that man? Is he cool? Is you cool, bro? Like, he tripping. This dude alright? Hey, dude ain't, like, that shit fucking me up, bro. What the fuck going on?
You all right?
No, don't talk to each other.
Here's the question. Did Mr. Lewin asked you once if you fabricated those tapes, like Mr. Efron swore to the jury?
Objection,
No.
objection, it's irrelevant, it's also outside scope.
Overruled.
No, I never asked him.
Never asked you that. There's 2 things, by the way, on these transcripts that were played that I would like to just ask you about. I'm not going to replay them because I want to get dry here in 5 minutes, okay? On page 7 of the transcript prepared by the district attorney, which was the May 12, 2022 transcript. If you find that, let me know, sir. You have one second for that. It's May 20.
May 12, 2022, page 7.
Yes, sir. On the top.
Line,
226.
what does it say?
Where Mr. Efron says, and this was played right for you in the jury, whether I cripple him because he's a multi-millionaire, bro, I'm not having nobody shoot at me where I'm taking it on the chin, and 2, I'm not about to spin on Rocky's block. I'm already a millionaire. And then you say that word. See that?
Yes.
Okay. So there he's telling you he's a millionaire.
Yes.
Mr. Efron. Are you aware that he testified in this courtroom that what he told you was not true there?
Objection, relevance, it's also improper.
Sustained. Sustained.
On page 13 of the August 16, 2022 transcript, and
I'm on thin
974-2, like this.
But-
974-2, so August 16, 2022.
Which page were you at?
Page 13. Again, so this was played for you in the jury, I'm just going to not play it again, but I'm just going to read it. The top attribution to Mr. Efron, class 2 through 6. Mr. Efron said to you in this recorded call, he chose to do that, like, and you've seen what I just sent you the other day, how he reacted off of me hitting up John, trying to figure out what we're going to do here before I even hit up a lawyer or anything. Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
And who do you understand John to be?
Rocky's own manager.
Okay. And he's saying here he hit up John before he even hit up a lawyer, right?
Yes.
Okay. The first question I asked you, one of the snippets I played to you earlier, and it was played again by the district attorney, and don't worry about the transcript, is that Mr. Efron said to you, heard in the school, both when I was asking you questions. You know what I'm saying? You asked for a bag without a lawyer wrote, it's called extortion. Remember that?
Yes.
When Mr. Efron said to you, and you just heard it, I'm gonna get 30 M's, the DA won't find me, I'll be relaxing on an item.
I'm not recording,
Were those
bruh.
words fake? Or was that
Oh.
you didn't put those words in front?
No.
This is outside the scope of cross. I never asked about any. I never asked about any actual way.
It's cool. I'm gonna have to pre-record it when I wake up. I'm gonna have to get up early. I'm glad I'm done this before 1. I'm gonna have to get up at 6. I'm gonna have to pre-record it and then edit it. That's cool.
The words were, you know, not
All right.
outside. That was all still motion.
He's not gonna be able to come back for any more questioning.
And are
Whether
you,
it's outside the scope or not, it's a fair question.
are you sure, sir? You didn't come here to authenticate these tapes. So you can get 2 business class tickets for 13-hour flights over the 30-second period.
Objection, leading and argument.
All right.
It's leading.
It is.
Why'd you come here again, sir?
To verify lies that were told in my name. And
Why?
Because audio was played to the victim and he was saying they were fake. So I wanted to confirm that they were real.
Thank you.
All right. No.
I have 2 questions, Your Honor.
2?
Yes.
Okay, what's question number 1?
I need
Question
to
number
say
1
my
is?
questions now. Question number 1 is going to be, in answering the questions that you were just asked, does any of the questions, do they change what happened on the night of November 6th?
Objection. Is no purpose.
The answer is obviously no.
Well, nothing is, when you say it's obviously no, it doesn't mean.
The question goes without asking, without saying. It can't change what happened in the past. Ask question number 2. It's an irrelevant question.
One moment, Your Honor. As you sit here on that witness stand, answering questions, isn't it true that with every question you've been asked, you have been thinking, how is my answer going to impact whether or not that man is convicted? Yes or no?
No.
All right, folks, thank you again for staying over. We'll resume tomorrow at 10:30. Please don't discuss the case amongst yourselves or anybody else, and we will see you tomorrow.
Damn, that was a motherfucking shit show, bro. That shit always a shit show. Alright, man, we're gonna go ahead and end this one right here, man. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and end this one right here, man. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hope y'all have a blessed one. See y'all in the next video. I'm gonna have to wake up in the morning and pre-record all